benefits for students coming to our athletic training program, I believe, outweigh many other schools. We have tremendous competition for athletic training students in the state of Ohio because there's so many AT programs in the state of Ohio. We set out 10 years ago to kind of single ourselves out to so our program would rise above those out there we're competing against. And our success kind of speaks to that, to where we've been very successful in academic quiz bowl competitions. The state of Ohio brings all the AT programs together every year in January for an athletic training quiz bowl competition, and all the larger schools and smaller schools, they all compete against each other to come out with one state champion. We've done this for about 12 or 13 years. And Wilmington has actually won the most state championships than any other program in the state, and there are 26 programs in the state. We are a 5-time state champion in the academic quiz bowl competition. In 2011, we actually won the district competition and went on to the national quiz bowl and ended up placing 4th in the nation among 380 AT programs across the United States.
What's special about the athletic training program here at Wilmington College is that it's got a great history of high performance. If you look back at our test scores and our alumni that come out of here, they've gone on to do great things. And I think it's an opportunity that you're not going to see from a lot of other programs.
Our pass rate on the certification exam has always been significantly higher than the national pass rate. The national first-time pass rate usually varies anywhere as low as 36% up to 80%. It usually hovers around the 60% mark. The last 3 years, graduating class, we've had a 100% first-time pass rate on the BOC exam. BOC means Board of Certification Exam. Most of the time, I've been here 26 years, most years we typically double the national average on first-time pass rate. So we typically do very well with our students passing the national board exam to become a certified athletic trainer.
The experience you get in the classroom and in the clinical aspect of things is second to none. Getting to work with athletes and actually doing hands-on things with athletes and not just having to watch people do things. You get to do things firsthand. You get to apply everything that you learn in the classroom in the athletic training room with those athletes. It's not one of those hypothetical situations. It's not, well, this is how we teach you how to do something and we're going to show you a video of it. You actually get to go apply that in person. So when I left Wilmington College, I had all those skills and I actually was able to perform all those skills out in the real world. So when I got to grad school, I was able to do everything. It wasn't a hypothetical situation. It wasn't, well, I think I kind of know how to do it. It's, I feel confident, I'm ready to go out and do this stuff and take care of my business, perform these skills that I've been trained in doing, and be a fully functional medical professional in the world of athletic training.
The factors that led me to choose Wilmington College were the fact that you get so much hands-on experience. At a lot of other larger colleges or universities, you don't really get a lot of hands-on experience, especially working with scholarship athletes. Here at Wilmington, being a smaller school, from day one as a freshman, you're hands-on, you're right in there learning things.
One of the hallmarks of our program is our hands-on experience, and that's something that's known campus-wide. We allow our students to participate on the clinical side of the education program beginning their freshman year. We believe in getting our freshmen integrated into the hands-on component as quick as possible. So freshmen will actually be paired up with a upper class mentor in the clinical side, getting to do some hands-on work and learning about athletic training in the field. And we feel that's a strong component for us. And our students come out better trained clinically and they have better hands-on skills. Our alumni and our internship supervisors give us feedback comparing us to other programs that our students typically have better hands-on skills coming out than other graduates from other universities and schools.
Yeah, so each one of our students, because we have such a small campus and small program, we have the ability to get lots of hands-on work with each student. So they don't really slip through the cracks or anything like that. If they're struggling with a technique or taping or something like that, they have the opportunity to work one-on-one with an instructor. And also through our mentoring programs, they get great mentoring from their upperclassmen as well.
Some of the factors that led me to choose Wilmington College were smaller class sizes. I personally would prefer a class of 30 students rather than 300. That way I can get more individual attention. I just personally tend to learn better that way. Also the hands-on learning, working directly with the athletes rather than doing mostly observation and just kind of, being here and there whenever. We're kind of right up with the athletes, and by the time, you're a senior, you're actually literally, taking on full responsibility for an entire team throughout an entire season. So that was very helpful for me. I tend to learn a lot better when I'm actually putting what I learned to use rather than just reading about it and then, putting it on paper.
Here at Wilmington College, when you start out as a freshman, you start out with about 3 or 4 hours of observation. You do get the first year is a lot of learning and observing. But the nice thing is that you do start your freshman year taking AT-related classes, so you can get your feet wet right away to make sure that this is the path that you want to take. Obviously, as you move through the progression of going from freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, each year your amount of hours and your amount of hands-on experience does increase. So as a sophomore, you go through your rotation, again, like we were talking about, going out to high schools and working here with the athletes on campus. Same as when you become a junior, now it's more hours. And again, the more you learn in the classroom, the more you're allowed to do during your clinical experience. So the more techniques and information that you have, then the more you're expected to do during your clinical hours to get as much hands-on experience as you can. By the time you're a senior, you're assigned a sport. You work directly under the certified athletic trainer that's assigned to that sport, and you kind of work side by side with them, dealing with all types of injuries and situations that most athletic trainers see. So there's, again, we really try to work together with the hands-on learning. There's classroom learning and then the hands-on learning in the training room during the clinical experiences.
Because Wilmington's AT program is one of the largest and oldest in the state of Ohio, we have a very strong network of alumni out there that enables us to offer our students great internship opportunities. Part of the senior year experience as an athletic training major, you're required to do an off-campus internship. And we have more professional level internships than any other AT program in the state. For instance, the head athletic trainer for the Cincinnati Bengals is a Wilmington College graduate.
And I will tell you that even my assistants have to admit that from an educational standpoint, we know that the kids that we get from Wilmington have got a good, solid educational background. And that's in part because of the fine professors that they have there, the assistant trainers that work in the educational program, but also for the multitude of experiences that they're able to get, different settings that they're able to experience, opportunities that they're able to see. And it just makes it for a good situation for us.
And he has 4 internship positions. He always takes one or 2 AT students from Wilmington College, where other schools must apply for those positions, where he saves a position just for a Wilmington College student.
Our school gets us experience in all different kinds of sports and different kinds of athletes. So yeah, with all the knowledge that we obtain in classes and all the clinical experience that we go out and to like high schools and clinics, PT clinics around the Wilmington area, I think it prepares us well for a professional internship.
The Cincinnati Reds, they take 1 student intern each year, and 8 out of the last 9 years it's been a Wilmington College student. So we We have 2 standing internships with the 2 closest professional teams to us here in Ohio, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cincinnati Reds. We've also had students intern with the Columbus Crew, the Dayton Dragons, the Cincinnati Cyclones, and other sites in fine arts such as the Cincinnati Ballet and in professional rodeo. So if it's a professional level internship you want to try to achieve your senior year, that's something we have to offer here at Wilmington for students.
Not everybody wants to go into professional sports, so we have a student who will probably do her internship at a high school because that's where she wants to work, and that's great. Again, there's a lot of different levels of opportunity. For students that want to go into something other than athletic training, they might be able to tailor their internship to a clinic in Dreyer's Physical Therapy Clinic or with Beacon Sports Medicine. Beacon is associated with D1, which is a physical strength training program. So if we have a student that wants to go into physical, not only be a certified athletic trainer, but be some type of personal trainer or strength coach, we can tailor their internship to that. So.
The factors that led me to Wilmington College was the AT program. This is what I'm majoring in. The connections they have to the professional teams, because that's what I want to do. I want to be an AT with professional teams, and the connections they have here, really. That's the reason why I came, and that it was one of the best AT programs in the nation. So. Well, I like it here in Wilmington. I like the AT program because you really have a good clinical experience as a freshman. You're in there working with your AT family, and it's really cool that you get to be hands-on, really, for certain stuff as a freshman, where you don't really have a chance to do that at any other college.
Our scholarship program here at Wilmington is very unique. There's no other AT program in the country does a scholarship program like we do here. Many programs will have 1 or 2 scholarships for their best 1 or 2 students. Here at Wilmington, once you enter the professional phase of the AT program, every student in the program receives a $6,500 scholarship. Every sophomore will get $2,000. Then when you move to your junior year, you get another $2,000. And then your senior year, you get $2,500. So combined over the 3 years, you get $6,500 just for being an AT major and maintaining a 2.75 GPA, which is required to stay in good standing in the program.
So as an athletic trainer, we have the ability to work in lots of different areas because we have such a varied field of study. We really look at prevention of injuries, evaluation, diagnosis, treatment of injuries, and not just at the high school, college level, but we also look at performing arts, industrial things like that. So Wilmington does a really good job of exposing all of our students to a wide array of studies.
Some of the areas to study at Wilmington College are athletic training. With athletic training, it is a great foundational program to be an athletic trainer. It also creates a great foundation for those students who want to pursue professional schools like physical therapy, physician assistant, occupational therapy, even those individuals who are interested in going to medical school.
So the factors that led me to choose Wilmington College were mainly my chiropractor. My chiropractor says it's the best program that he's ever had anybody from, and that everybody knows all their skills, they know all their information. So the things that Wilmington College's athletic training program sticks up the most to me is our hand-on-hand environment with all the athletes. As a freshman, you are in the room constantly, you're with your athletes, and as you progress from sophomore to junior to senior, you're constantly with your athletes. You have your own team. You learn everything right in that room, and you have people with you all the time, so if you need anything answered, your questions are answered right away. There's no waiting, you have no misleading thoughts or anything. You're good.
I think the biggest thing that stands out to me is being able to be both an athlete and an athletic training major. Here at Wilmington College, we don't only just allow you to play a sport your first year, we allow you to play a sport your full career as an AT student, so all 4 years. And it has benefits in the sense of you're not just part of the member of the athletic community, you also get to take care of that community of athletes. So that bond between our ATs and our athletes is really strong, and there's a lot of respect that crosses those lines.
My experience in the program was amazing. I came here because Wilmington had a great reputation, and as I went through the program, I got hands-on work from day one. As a freshman, come in, hey, this is how you do this, and get to treating patients. And as I continued through, my education was second to none. I had some great faculty members, and as I progressed, I started doing more and more. I had some great opportunities to work in the community with local physicians. I had the opportunity to intern with the Bengals in the NFL. And that kind of set the stage for me to go on to grad school out in Hawaii and on to greater things. And I felt like it was time to come back and return to home to give back to the next generation.